It's 1968, and a 13-year-old boy walks into his school's computer room. But this isn't just any computer room, it's one of the first in the world. The boy stares at a machine, the size of a refrigerator, and something magical happens. In that moment, Bill Gates falls in love with computers. This love affair would change not just his life, but the entire world. What if I told you that this same boy would drop out of Harvard University, face years of struggles, and eventually become one of the richest people in history? What if I told you that his story proves that passion, hard work, and never giving up can turn impossible dreams into reality? Early dreams and big ambitions. William Henry Gates III was born on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington. His parents were successful. His father was a lawyer, and his mother worked with charities. But Bill was different from other kids. While his friends played sports, Bill spent hours reading and thinking about big ideas. At Lakeside School, Bill discovered computers for the first time. These machines were huge, expensive, and very difficult to use. Most people thought computers were just for scientists and big companies, but Bill saw something different. He saw the future. "I believe that if you show people the right path, they will follow it," Bill once said. Even as a teenager, he believed computers could help everyone, not just experts. The partnership that started it all. Every great story has a moment when everything changes. For Bill, that moment came when he met Paul Allen, a student 2 years older than him. Paul loved computers just as much as Bill did. Together, they spent countless hours learning how computers worked. While other teenagers were thinking about parties and games, Bill and Paul were dreaming about a world where every home would have a computer. People laughed at this idea. In the 1970s, computers cost thousands of dollars and filled entire rooms. The idea that regular families would own computers seemed crazy, but Bill and Paul didn't listen to the doubters. They started their first business while still in high school. They created a company called TrafoData, which helped cities analyze traffic patterns. The business didn't make much money, but it taught them valuable lessons about running a company. The Harvard decision. Bill was an excellent student. He scored 1590 out of 1600 on his SAT test and was accepted to Harvard University, one of the best schools in America. His parents were proud and expected him to become a lawyer, like his father, but Bill's heart wasn't in his studies. While sitting in lectures about mathematics and computer science, his mind was somewhere else. He was thinking about the computer revolution that was just beginning. He could see that personal computers were going to change everything, and he didn't want to miss his chance to be part of it. This is where Bill's story teaches us something important. Sometimes the safe path isn't the right path. Sometimes you have to take risks to achieve your dreams. The leap of faith. In 1975, Paul Allen showed Bill a magazine article about a new computer called the Altair 8800. It was the first computer that regular people could afford to buy. Bill and Paul looked at each other and knew this was their moment. They called the company that made the Altair and told them they had created software for it. There was just one problem. They hadn't actually created the software yet. They had just 8 weeks to build it from scratch. For 8 weeks, Bill and Paul worked day and night. They drank coffee, ate pizza, and coded for hours. without sleep. Their friends thought they were crazy, but they believed in their vision. When they finished the software, it worked perfectly. The Altair company was amazed. This success gave Bill and Paul the confidence to start their own company. They called it Microsoft, dropping out and taking the risk. Starting Microsoft meant Bill had to make the hardest decision of his life. Should he stay at Harvard and get his degree, or should he drop out and focus on his company? His parents were worried. They had worked hard to give him the best education, and now he wanted to throw it away for a risky business idea. Many of his professors told him he was making a mistake, but Bill knew that great opportunities don't wait for perfect timing. He made the difficult choice to leave Harvard in his sophomore year. He was 20 years old, and he was betting his entire future on his belief that personal computers would change the world. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning, Bill would later say. Even though many people criticized his decision, he learned from their doubts and used them to make his company stronger. The Microsoft journey. Building Microsoft wasn't easy. In the early days, Bill and Paul worked in a small office with just a few employees. They had very little money, and many people still didn't believe that personal computers would become popular. Bill worked incredibly hard. He often slept in the office and worked 16-hour days. He paid attention to every detail of the software they created. He wanted Microsoft's products to be the best in the world, but hard work alone wasn't enough. Bill also had to be smart about business. He made deals with computer companies to include Microsoft software on their machines. The most important deal was with IBM, the biggest computer company at the time. When IBM asked Microsoft to create an operating system for their new personal computer, Bill saw a huge opportunity. He bought an existing operating system, improved it, and licensed it to IBM. But here's the brilliant part. He kept the rights to license it to other companies too. This decision made Microsoft incredibly successful. As more and more companies started making personal computers, they all needed Microsoft's operating system. Bill had created something that every computer needed. Facing the challenges, success brought new challenges. Other companies tried to copy Microsoft's software. The government investigated whether Microsoft was too powerful. Bill faced criticism and lawsuits. There were times when it seemed like everything might fall apart, but Bill learned that challenges are opportunities in disguise. Every problem taught him something new about business, technology, and leadership. He surrounded himself with smart people who could help him make better decisions. We always overestimate the change that will occur in the next 2 years and underestimate the change that will occur in the next 10, Bill once said. Beyond Microsoft. By the 1990s, Microsoft had become one of the most valuable companies in the world, and Bill was one of the richest people on Earth. But money wasn't his only goal. He wanted to use his success to help solve the world's biggest problems in 2000. Bill and his wife, Melinda, started the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They decided to give away most of their wealth to help people around the world. They focused on fighting diseases, improving education, and reducing poverty. Bill applied the same passion and dedication to charity that he had used to build Microsoft. He studied global health problems like malaria and polio. He worked with scientists and doctors to find solutions. He used his business skills to make sure every dollar had the biggest possible impact. The lessons we can learn. Bill Gates' story teaches us powerful lessons about achieving our dreams. Passion is the fuel of success. Bill's love for computers started when he was 13 years old and never stopped. When you truly love what you do, work doesn't feel like work. It feels like an adventure. Take calculated risks. Dropping out of Harvard was scary, but Bill had thought carefully about the opportunity. He didn't just jump blindly, he had a plan and the skills to execute it. Work harder than everyone else. Bill often worked 16-hour days in Microsoft's early years. Success requires sacrifice and dedication. There are no shortcuts to greatness. Learn from failures. Not every product Microsoft created was successful, but Bill learned from each failure and used those lessons to make better products. Think long-term. While others focused on immediate profits, Bill thought about where technology would be in 10 or 20 years. This long-term thinking helped him make better decisions. Surround yourself with great people. Bill couldn't build Microsoft alone. He hired talented people and learned from them. Great leaders know they need great teams. Use success to help others. Once Bill achieved his business goals, he dedicated his life to solving global problems. True success means making the world better for everyone. Your turn to dream big. Bill Gates started as a curious 13-year-old who loved computers. He had big dreams, but he also had doubts and fears. He faced criticism, challenges, and failures. But he never gave up on his vision. Today, billions of people use computers every day because of the foundation Bill helped create. Millions of people have been saved from diseases because of his charitable work. His story proves that one person with a big dream and the determination to pursue it can change the world. What's your passion? What keeps you awake at night because you're so excited about it? What problem do you want to solve? What impact do you want to make? Remember, every great journey starts with a single step. Bill's journey started in a computer room at age 13. Steve Jobs started in a garage. Mark Zuckerberg started in a college dorm room. Your journey can start today, wherever you are. The world needs your ideas, your energy, and your unique perspective. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait until you feel completely ready, because that day might never come. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Take that first step toward your dreams, and then take another and another. Before you know it, you'll be on your way to creating something amazing. Bill Gates once said, "Most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. Your dreams might seem impossible today, but with persistence, hard work, and unwavering belief in yourself, you can achieve things that will surprise even you. The future is waiting for your contribution. What will your story be? Remember, your story is still being written. Make it extraordinary. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, keep chasing those dreams. If you enjoyed this motivational story and want to hear more incredible success stories that will fuel your ambition, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I share new, inspiring stories every week that will help you stay motivated on your journey to success.